Hi everyone, and thanks again for joining us today for part 2 of our oral lipid delivery series on Pharma Minutes. My name is Felipe Moya, marketing lead for Croda Healthcare, and if you haven't got the chance to watch part 1, feel free to check that out, as that will give you some background on what we're going to be discussing today. With me, as we did last time, is Natasha Hall, Applications Team Leader for Croda Healthcare, focusing on all the great things that R&D does with respect to new product developments, as well as data generation to support the solutions that Croda offers. So thanks again, Tash, for your time. So last time we spoke, you went through some of the benefits and challenges of oral drug delivery. On the other hand, you have convenience, efficacy, and versatility, and you're balancing that with trying to eliminate drug breakdown and optimizing delivery. Is that a fair way to summarize it?
Yes, I'd say so. There's a lot that needs to be considered. The oral drug delivery market is on the rise, so there is definitely a desire and a need to formulate in this area. The key to success is ensuring that you understand your challenges and mitigate them in order to highlight your benefits.
Which is a great way to continue our conversation today. You had mentioned at the end of last episode that overcoming challenges to oral delivery can be a complex process. Could you go into that?
That's a great question, and like you said, not always a simple one to solve. Like I mentioned last time, a lot of this is dependent on your drug. A lot of drugs are poorly water soluble, which affects their uptake. You will often hear them referred to as Class 2 APIs under the biopharmaceutical classification system, which assesses drugs based on their aqueous solubility and permeability across the gut wall. This means choosing the right ingredients that will appropriately solubilize your active to the concentration you need to ensure an effective therapeutic dose. There's also the question of stability and ensuring that the drug you've dissolved is maintained and doesn't degrade into something ineffective or worse, harmful. This becomes a question not only of choosing the correct excipients, but ensuring you choose the correct level of purity to ensure your drug is in solution, staying in solution, and not degrading. This is where things like our super refined ingredients shine, where the low oxidative impurity profile can help to minimize any potential for the drug to break down once in solution. Formulators are increasingly looking to oral liquids and soft gels to deliver hard to solubilize actives. This may be as simple as adding a solubilizer to increase the aqueous solubility, or looking to solubilize the drug in a lipid. Depending on the drug will determine the complexity of the formulation required, and in some cases we need to consider utilizing things like SEDs and SMEDs.
Could you go a little more into that? For those that aren't familiar or maybe not as familiar with it, what are SEDs?
Sure, SED stands for Self-Emulsifying Drug Delivery Systems. This is essentially a mixture of ingredients which readily disperses and emulsifies when immersed in an aqueous phase and gently agitated. Upon emulsification, the lipophilic components disperse to form small lipid cores surrounded by surfactant in an aqueous continuous phase. Typically, if you have the drug dissolved in your mixture of ingredients, the drug will be incorporated into the core, the surfactant layer, or a combination of the two. And depending on the particle size of your emulsion, you will either have a SEDS or even a SMEDS, Self-Micro-Emulsifying Drug Delivery System, or SNEDS, Self-Nano-Emulsifying Drug Delivery System. Another key benefit of these formulations is that due to the particle size, it can improve uptake through the gut wall, thereby improving the delivery of your drug into the bloodstream. And depending on the ingredients, they can also have some protective properties against enzymes that would otherwise break down the drug when going through the liver. Going back to soft gels, to put everything into perspective, this mixture is a carefully selected excipients plus the dissolved drug that would be loaded into a soft gel capsule that would be taken orally. And upon dissolution of the capsule, the contents are released and it self-emulsifies into a SEDS or a SMEDS formulation in the stomach.
That's really exciting. Is this something that's catching on? Are all soft gel capsule formulations SEDS or SMEDS then?
Not necessarily. Remember, it's dependent on what you're looking for, and it's usually determined by the drug. For some drugs, a solution may be all that you need, but most do require a few excipients for stability, or in the case of SEDS and SMEDS, formulations delivery. A fair number of formulators are starting to use this delivery mechanism for improving the delivery and bioavailability for their drugs. And I think this is where Croda really comes in.
But I think this is also a great point to transition into our third and final episode of the series, where Tash will go into how Croda plays in this space and what solutions we provide. Any final words, Tash?
Yes, definitely. I'd say our next episode will truly highlight this, but what I do want to reiterate is that we're always looking to work with our customers rather than just giving them a product to use. So please do speak to your account managers and sales reps to get in touch with us. And I'd love to get in on some of these conversations too. So please do reach out.
That's great. Thanks again for speaking with us, Tash. And thanks to all viewers again for watching. As always, please continue to engage with us on LinkedIn, check out our YouTube channel, and our website, crodahealthcare.com. And reach out to us to get in touch with a member of our technical team. For now, take care and speak soon.